What's going on, everybody? Tanner Wideman of the Barbarianbody.com. The upper chest, probably the most coveted and desired portion of the chest that most guys try to attain but have an extremely tough time achieving. I know personally, as you can see right here, that was the same case with me. My upper chest was nowhere to be seen. I tried a bunch of different strategies and tips and it just seemed like nothing worked until, as you're able to see right here, I found a couple of different moves, strategies, tips, and techniques that actually helped me to get my upper chest to grow quite significantly and get it to the level that I'm at right now. In today's video, I'm going to be unveiling everything that you need to know, all the exercises, all the tips that you need to apply to get your upper chest to grow as well. Without further ado, let's just get straight into it. Okay, so one of my best tips to start actually activating the upper chest and targeting it properly is to begin with a pre-exhaustion exercise. And with that, I like to begin with some low to high cable flies. Now, what this exercise is actually going to allow me to do is go ahead and directly isolate the upper chest at the beginning of a chest workout. Most of the time, when guys say they want a bigger upper chest, they're gonna just initially start with some incline barbell bench press for the most part. And that is pretty good. However, the main goal here is to not actually incorporate things like your anterior deltoid and your triceps and a whole other gang of muscle groups and start lifting really, really heavy. What I'm gonna focus on doing is using a lot lighter weight with a strictly isolation movement to help me annihilate the upper chest. And when I say annihilate, I don't mean absolutely burn it out completely before you get into the rest of your chest routine. Rather, what you want to do is about 3 to 4 sets of 15 to 20 repetitions. At the end of each set, you should feel a significant burn in that upper chest to help you get that activation. By the 4th set, it should feel pretty fatigued. Give yourself about 45 to 60 seconds before you get into more of your compound movements. And do this before every single one of your chest routines. And I want to mention, you saw the way that I was performing those repetitions. I've actually added in isolation holds or iso squeezes for about 1 to 1.5 seconds at the top of each repetition. Now, you're not just holding the weight there, you're actually squeezing the chest together as hard as possible. No momentum, no incorporation of other muscle groups. Isolate, strictly isolate. That's why you don't want to use a lot of weight, especially for this beginning exercise. Now look, more often than not, the most primary exercise most guys will tend to use to grow their chest is going to be a barbell bench press. Now personally, for hypertrophy, growing the size of my chest, a barbell bench press isn't going to be my first guess or my first decision, especially when it comes to building that upper chest. You see, the biggest problem with doing an exercise like a bench press is firstly, it's a great compound movement, so it does incorporate a lot of your upper body muscle groups, but it doesn't really help you to isolate just the pecs. So when you're doing maybe just a barbell bench press flat, or even an incline barbell bench press, you're gonna be hitting a lot of other muscle groups and not really isolating the chest. Not only that, but the stigma with the bench press is guys wanna lift their absolute most. They're competing with all the other guys in the gym, so they're gonna be lifting way more weight than they can actually handle with proper form, meaning they're gonna incorporate momentum, cheat repetitions, and it just becomes an exercise that's not the best for actually stimulating hypertrophy for specifically the chest, especially the upper chest. So there's about 2 things we can do. Firstly, we can put the bench on an incline, but still with just a barbell, I don't feel that much activation out of the upper chest because you're not able to get more range of motion. Rather, what I like to do is actually use a pair of dumbbells. Before we go any further, I had to let you know this. January 15th is the end of EHP Labs supplement sale, up to 35% off on their bundles. Crazy deal. And if you use code Barbarian at checkout, you'll get an additional 10% off on the already crazy discount and free shipping on all orders over $150. Link in the description. Take advantage, it ends soon. Let's get into the rest of the content. So with the dumbbells, I'm gonna show you what I mean. So let's say hypothetically these dumbbells are a barbell. All you're gonna be able to do is just simply press up and then press down. Press up, press down. Yes, you're getting some activation out of the upper chest. However, when you use a pair of dumbbells, because they're free, they're not connected together, what you're able to do is, as you're lifting those weights up, you can actually bring them together. And what this is doing is actually shortening my pec muscle. So the insertion in the origin point, from right here, right about the shoulder point, to about mid-sternum right here, to your sternum. So what I'm able to do is by bringing those arms together, I'm able to shorten that distance together so I can get maximum contraction out of the upper chest, thus maximizing the effectiveness of the exercise. Now the next important point to make is the way that most guys tend to perform the dumbbell bench press or any exercise. It's just up, down, up, down, up, down. Now with the proper adjustments, we are hitting the upper chest a lot more. However, what we can also include is an increased time under tension. So as opposed to performing reps up, down, what we can do is come down for about 1 to 2 seconds. This is the eccentric or the negative, and then come up and focus on contracting the chest. So we're putting in tension and we're adding time under tension. The intention here is to shorten that upper chest by bringing those arms together and contracting, flexing my upper chest as I'm lifting the weight up. As we're coming down, I'm focusing on keeping the tension on the upper chest coming down nice and slow, which is actually going to be causing all of those micro muscle tears. So as you're coming down here, we're bringing it down nice and slow and controlled. Come down, back up, contract, and squeeze that upper chest. Now additionally, for maximal effectiveness, you do want to train the muscle group 2 times per week. Now how you plan these workouts is vitally important. If you do chest workout number 1 on Monday, and then chest workout number 2 on Tuesday, you haven't given the body the time that it needs to build the muscle tissue, to rest, recover, and grow. So it's important that you actually give the muscle groups 48 hours of rest in between each one of these workouts. That is if you want to maximally grow. Typically what I've been enjoying doing is doing my chest workout on a Monday and then having my second chest workout again on a Friday, just so I can focus on completing everything else during the week and then revisit my upper chest, which I had been doing for the past, I don't know, several months, if not even a couple of years, just so that I could bring up that lagging upper chest to catch up to everything else. Okay, so check it out. I want to show you my favorite upper chest finisher that I was also incorporating just to help me completely burn out the muscle groups. So all you're gonna do, body weight only, this is just a simple pike push-up. Now how you perform this is very important. What you're gonna do is have your butt up in this position so you can put your torso on that incline so you can actually hit the upper chest. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna come down for about 1, 2, 3, get my nose to touch the ground, and as I'm coming back up, I'm thinking about activating the upper chest, flexing it as I'm pushing myself up. So we're incorporating that higher time under tension. We're gonna do a little pause right there. And then intention as well, as we're focusing on actually contracting the upper chest while we're pushing ourselves back up. And for this exercise right here, because it's a finisher, I would actually perform 2 sets of about 15 to 20 repetitions, just because of how effective the rest of the routine was, especially if you really got that mind-muscle connection down and really paid attention to the intention of each exercise and utilizing the eccentric. So about 2 sets, 15 to 20 repetitions, and that should complete your upper chest routine. Give that routine a go for the next several weeks and the upper chest growth is gonna go straight up through the roof. So there you guys go. That concludes today's video. Look, if you're looking to get all of my workout programs and diet plans and try them for free, because they are on this totally badass new Netflix design platform, it looks wicked. You can check it out. Head on over to thebarbarianbody.com. Website link should be right here. Just head on over to there, check it out, and roll into it. It's free for 7 days so that you can try it. You're obviously gonna love it. If you enjoyed this video, then be sure to smash that like button down below, and also be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon for weekly workout tips and nutrition tips that you will not want to miss. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you in the next video.